Gary Drayton had returned to Oak Island late one evening, the kind of night where silence seemed to stretch over everything, even the waves that lapped gently at the shore. The island, with all its centuries of mystery, seemed almost alive, holding its secrets close, daring anyone to uncover them. Gary walked alone, metal detector in hand. There was no camera crew, no fanfare, just him, the swamp, and the relentless pull of curiosity. That night, he wasn't searching for fame or recognition. He wasn't trying to capture a viral moment. He was there to find the truth. And what he discovered would shake everything people thought they knew about Oak Island. The story begins at the swamp, a site the team had explored many times before. In the past, the swamp had given up strange treasures, old coins, bits of metal, and artifacts whose origins were difficult to explain. This time, the focus was on uncovering something far bigger, something that might finally connect the island to the long-rumored royal treasure of King Charles II. As Gary carefully scanned the shoreline with his metal detector, every sound seemed louder, every movement more important. When the detector finally beeped, it was not just a sound, it was a signal that the swamp had another story to tell. The first discovery was a coin from the 17th century, its faint markings unmistakably linked to the reign of King Charles II. Everyone paused as they examined it. Was it just a lost coin, dropped long ago by a traveler passing through? Or was it deliberately buried, a clue left behind centuries ago? Soil analysis suggested it had not been exposed to harsh conditions for very long. This raised a new set of questions. Who could have moved it, and why? Could it have been placed there in the 19th century as part of a much larger plan to protect or hide valuable items? Not long after, the team uncovered a rusted piece of hardware, part of what appeared to be a chest hinge. Though degraded by time, the craftsmanship indicated 17th century techniques. This was no ordinary piece of metal. It suggested that someone had stored something of real value here long ago. A blacksmith named Carmen Leah examined the piece and confirmed it likely came from a chest designed to hold gold jewels or important documents. Suddenly, the swamp did not seem random or ordinary. Every object unearthed hinted at careful planning and deliberate placement, as if the island itself was a puzzle waiting to be solved. As the day continued, more discoveries deepened the mystery. Coconut fibers appeared, scattered throughout the swamp. These fibers were native to tropical regions and had no natural place in Nova Scotia. Their presence suggested an advanced understanding of engineering and construction. Perhaps they were used to protect something from water damage, or maybe they were part of a filtration system designed to conceal something priceless. Whatever their purpose, their discovery hinted at a level of sophistication that was astonishing for such an isolated island. Later, the team uncovered a wooden plank buried beneath layers of mud. Its shape and placement suggested it might be part of something larger, possibly even an entrance to an underground chamber. Rick Legina, ever the optimist, wanted to continue digging immediately, but the unstable swamp made it too dangerous. The plank remained, a tantalizing clue suggesting connections to the coins, hinges, and fibers already found. Could it lead to King Charles II's rumored treasure, or was it simply another layer in the island's centuries-old puzzle? Shifting focus to the infamous money pit, the team faced yet another challenge. The B4 shaft, a side dig that had previously provided intriguing clues, revealed a solid layer of rock about 30 feet down. No one could tell what lay beneath it. Another wooden platform? A hidden vault? Or nothing at all? Temporary halts in progress were frustrating, but the team's determination never wavered. Soil tests revealed small traces of gold and silver near the money pit, hinting that something valuable might indeed lie beneath the surface. These readings fueled hope and renewed speculation. Perhaps the legends surrounding Oak Island were rooted in truth, after all. The history of Oak Island, however, carried a chilling warning. Over 2 centuries, 6 people had died attempting to uncover its secrets. The first recorded death occurred in the mid-1800s, when a worker drowned while trying to manage the flooded shafts. The legend of the Curse of 7 people must die before the treasure could be found, hung over every excavation. The team was aware of these tragedies, yet they refused to let fear halt their progress. Each step forward carried the weight of history, but also the excitement of discovery. In the swamp, the team used advanced sonar to scan underground tunnels. They discovered anomalies, large man-made chambers hidden beneath the surface. Preparations to explore those chambers were interrupted by rushing water, a reminder of the Money Pit's famous flood tunnels. These tunnels, engineered hundreds of years ago, were designed to stop treasure hunters from reaching whatever lay beneath. The island seemed alive, its defenses still functional, challenging anyone daring enough to search for the truth. Artifacts continued to emerge, each more puzzling than the last. A handmade iron spike was initially dismissed as a basic railroad spike, but further examination revealed it might have been a medieval tool used to cut or drill stone. If true, this would place the origins of Oak Island structures centuries before the Money Pit was first discovered. Other finds included human bones belonging to people of European and Middle Eastern ancestry, suggesting that Oak Island may have been part of a broader network involving distant civilizations. Coconut fibers appeared repeatedly in unexpected locations. Initially thought to be part of a flood prevention system, some experts speculated they might have been used as packing material to protect valuable items. Nearby, a 17th century military button was found, hinting at the involvement of British forces in the island's early history. These discoveries, taken together, suggested that Oak Island was far more than a simple treasure site. It was a carefully constructed puzzle with global connections. Gary Drayton made another remarkable find, a small, intricately designed coin, possibly from 17th century Europe. Its presence was deliberate, almost as if left behind as a clue for future treasure hunters. The team's investigations revealed layers of purpose and design in every artifact they uncovered. Oak Island was not random. Every discovery was a piece of a much larger story involving skilled craftsmanship, global connections, and possibly secret societies. Traps and floods remained a constant threat. The team observed the Money Pit's flood tunnels in action, realizing the complexity and danger involved. The tunnels acted like an early warning system, designed to stop anyone from reaching the treasure. Coconut fibers lined parts of these tunnels, suggesting careful planning and a sophisticated understanding of engineering. Every failure, every setback, only strengthened the team's resolve. They understood that uncovering the truth required patience, skill, and respect for the island's clever defenses.
Decades of effort into this search. For them, Oak Island was more than treasure. It was a historical puzzle demanding relentless determination. Rick Lagina's fascination with Oak Island began as a child, inspired by stories and legends. Marty Lagina, initially skeptical, joined Rick after realizing the potential for incredible discoveries. Together, they faced the island's dangers, knowing that every dig could bring them closer to answers, or force them to retreat. Following stone-paved pathways, the team discovered artifacts like old nails, wood fragments, and coins, suggesting careful placement over centuries. One particularly exciting find was part of an old wooden vault, buried under layers of soil. Analysis indicated it could be several centuries old, dating back to the earliest European exploration of Oak Island. These discoveries reignited hope and fueled speculation that the team might finally uncover something historic and truly valuable. Despite the constant risk of collapses, floods, and equipment failure, the Lagina brothers pushed forward. They had learned that Oak Island required patience, strategy, and respect. Every artifact, every clue, brought new insights into the island's complex history. They began to see patterns, connections between royal treasures, secret chambers, and international trade. The island's mysteries were multi-layered, and the discoveries pointed to something far bigger than gold or jewels. The story of Oak Island is not just about treasure. It is about human determination, ingenuity, and the desire to solve the unsolvable. Every dig site, every artifact, tells a story of people who came before, craftsmen, explorers, and possibly members of secret societies who left clues, traps, and structures meant to endure centuries. The Laginas continue to face danger and frustration, yet each setback strengthens their resolve. They have learned to respect the island while pursuing its secrets, and their discoveries continue to reveal a history that stretches across continents and centuries. As the episode closes, the tension remains high. The swamp, the money pit, and the stone pathways all hint at hidden treasures and secrets yet to be uncovered. The artifacts suggest connections to royalty, strategic military operations, and possibly even global trade networks from centuries past. The island remains a living puzzle, challenging those who dare to explore it. The Laginas, Gary Drayton, and the team continue to push forward, knowing that the answers they seek are tantalizingly close, yet still hidden beneath layers of history, mud, and mystery. Every discovery, from coins and hinges to coconut fibers and ancient tools, adds to a growing.
The picture of Oak Island as a carefully designed historical site, full of complexity and intrigue. Each dig, each sonar scan, each piece of evidence moves them closer to understanding the full story. The island's traps, the curse, and the history of loss serve as reminders that this pursuit is dangerous yet immensely rewarding. For the team, the search is far from over. Oak Island is not just a treasure hunt, it is a journey through history. It is a challenge that tests courage, intellect, and patience. The discoveries already made hint at a network of secrets that span centuries and continents, connecting people, artifacts, and mysteries in ways we are only beginning to understand. With each new find, the team pieces together the story of Oak Island, one artifact at a time, bringing us closer to uncovering the truth behind one of the world's most enduring mysteries. Even as setbacks occur, floods, collapses, and disappearing artifacts, the team's commitment never wavers. They continue to dig, explore, and uncover, motivated by the knowledge that Oak Island has more to reveal than anyone has ever imagined. With every coin, plank, hinge, and fiber, the island whispers its secrets, waiting for those brave enough to listen and piece them together. The story of Oak Island, as revealed through the eyes of Gary Drayton and the Lagina brothers, is one of mystery, danger, and discovery. Each artifact tells a story. Each dig uncovers another layer of the puzzle. And while the ultimate treasure remains hidden, the journey itself, filled with history, strategy, and intrigue, is a treasure in its own right. The island has challenged generations, and it continues to challenge those who dare to seek its secrets today. Oak Island is more than an island. It is a living testament to human curiosity and determination. The discoveries, both small and monumental, point to a story that spans centuries. Gary Drayton's finds, combined with the ongoing efforts of the Lagina brothers, show us that every detail matters. Coins, hinges, coconut fibers, wooden planks, and military buttons all have a story to tell. Each one is a piece of a puzzle that has captivated people for over 200 years. Even now, as the team steps back to evaluate their discoveries, the questions remain. Who built the money pit and the surrounding structures? Why were coconut fibers transported from distant lands? What was stored in the chests, and why were they hidden so carefully? Could this be connected to the treasures of King Charles II, secret societies, or even lost civilizations? The evidence grows with each dig, yet the mystery deepens, leaving us captivated and yearning for answers. The journey continues, and the search for the truth pushes onward. Oak Island remains a challenge, a puzzle, and a test of human perseverance. Gary Drayton, the Lagina brothers, and their team continue to navigate its dangers, uncover its artifacts, and reveal its history piece by piece. And while the ultimate treasure may still be hidden, every discovery brings us closer to understanding one of the world's most enduring mysteries. The incredible story of Oak Island, a story that continues to fascinate, intrigue, and inspire. Gary Drayton arrived at Oak Island late one quiet evening, the kind of night where even the waves seem to hold their breath. And he walked alone, across the damp ground with his metal detector, scanning carefully, without a camera crew, without anyone to witness him, searching not for fame, but for the truth hidden beneath the swamp and soil of the mysterious island. That night, the swamp seemed to whisper its secrets as he moved slowly, each beep of his detector signaling a clue from centuries past. And soon he uncovered a 17th century coin from the reign of King Charles II, its faint marking sparking questions about whether it was merely lost by a traveler or deliberately buried as part of a larger hidden story, especially when soil analysis suggested it had not been exposed to harsh conditions, hinting at intentional placement, possibly centuries later. Not far from there, a rusted chest hinge emerged from the mud, its craftsmanship revealing a 17th century design, and when examined by the blacksmith Carmen Lea, it became clear that this hinge belonged to a chest capable of holding gold, jewels, or important documents, showing that the swamp was not random but carefully orchestrated to protect something of value, a secret waiting patiently through the centuries. As the team dug deeper, strange coconut fibers appeared, native to tropical regions and clearly out of place in Nova Scotia, suggesting advanced planning, perhaps as part of a filtration system to prevent water damage or to protect precious cargo, indicating that the original builders of Oak Island had knowledge and skill far beyond what anyone expected, carefully preparing the site to withstand time, weather, and human curiosity. Later, a wooden plank was uncovered, partially buried beneath thick mud, hinting at something larger beneath the surface, possibly an entrance to an underground chamber, a connection between coins, hinges, and fibers that might lead to the legendary treasure of King Charles II. And although dangerous ground prevented immediate excavation, the plank remained as a tantalizing clue in the growing puzzle of Oak Island. The focus then shifted to the infamous Money Pit and the B4 shaft, where digging revealed a solid layer of rock 30 feet down, stopping progress, but not hope. And soil tests nearby revealed traces of gold and silver, evidence that something valuable might truly lie below, supporting the centuries-old legends while raising more questions than answers. History reminded the team of the dangers as well, with 6 recorded deaths over 2 centuries, starting in the mid-1800s when a worker drowned, fueling the legend of the Curse of 7, which suggested that 7 people must die before the treasure could be found. A chilling reminder that Oak Island demanded respect. Yet the team pressed on, determined to follow every coin, hinge, plank, and clue to uncover the truth. Advanced sonar scans revealed anomalies beneath the swamp, large man-made chambers concealed underground. Yet water rushing in forced the team to pull back, a vivid demonstration of the Money Pit's flood tunnels, engineered centuries ago as traps to prevent treasure hunters from reaching their prize, lined with coconut fibers to serve a filtration purpose, showing that the island itself seemed alive, reacting to every move, challenging anyone daring enough to explore it. Artifacts continued to appear, each more mysterious than the last. A handmade iron spike that appeared to be a medieval tool for cutting stone, human bones belonging to both European and Middle Eastern individuals, and a 17th century military button, all suggesting that Oak Island was part of a much larger story involving global connections, skilled craftsmanship, and possibly secret societies, revealing a complexity far beyond a simple treasure hunt. Gary Drayton's discovery of another intricately crafted coin, likely from 17th century Europe, added to the evidence that each artifact was placed intentionally, forming a puzzle that had survived centuries, hinting at advanced planning and knowledge. And each new find seemed to tie into a narrative of worldwide significance. The Money Pit's traps and floods remained a constant threat, with sudden surges of water halting work and forcing the team to adapt constantly.
Yet every obstacle only strengthened their determination to solve the centuries-old mystery, showing that the island's defenses were designed to challenge perseverance, patience, and intelligence. The personal stakes for the Legina brothers were enormous, having invested millions of dollars and decades of their lives into the search, driven by Rick's lifelong fascination and Marty's eventual embrace of the adventure, facing collapsing shafts, floods, and equipment failures without giving up, fueled by the belief that Oak Island held a story of historical importance, not just treasure, and that their work could finally reveal it. Stone-paved pathways revealed additional clues, including old nails, wood fragments, and coins, as well as part of a wooden vault buried under layers of soil, possibly dating back to early European exploration, showing intentional design and careful placement, fueling hope that a historic discovery might be near, and reinforcing the idea that Oak Island's secrets were layered, complex, and deliberate. Every artifact, from hinges and coins to coconut fibers and wooden planks, contributed to a story stretching across centuries, connecting people, civilizations, and possibly even royal treasures, while every setback reminded the team of the island's challenges, the engineering marvels of its builders, and the human cost of uncovering its secrets. Even as floods, collapses, and disappearing artifacts challenged them, the team pressed on, revealing patterns and evidence that suggested Oak Island was far more than a treasure site. It was a puzzle of history, strategy, and global connections, with traps, hidden chambers, and artifacts designed to test anyone bold enough to explore. The discoveries made by Gary Drayton and the Legina brothers painted a picture of a carefully constructed historical site, one where coins, hinges, planks, fibers, military buttons, and even human remains formed clues across centuries, pointing to royal treasures, strategic military use, or possibly even secret societies, creating a narrative that was only partially understood but deeply compelling. Questions remained at every step. Who built the money pit? Why were coconut fibers transported from tropical lands? What treasures were hidden in chests, and why? Could the coins and artifacts be connected to European exploration, secret societies, or lost civilizations? Each discovery added context, yet deepened the mystery, as Oak Island continued to resist being fully uncovered. Despite the challenges, setbacks, and dangers, the team continued, driven by curiosity, determination, and respect for the island, knowing that every dig, every artifact, and every clue brought them closer to understanding a mystery that had captivated treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. Oak Island is more than an island. It is a living puzzle, a testament to human perseverance,
Intelligence and curiosity, where every discovery reveals a new layer of history. Every setback teaches a lesson, and every artifact, from coins to planks to hinges, tells a story that has survived through centuries, waiting for those brave enough to uncover it. The journey continues, and although the ultimate treasure may remain hidden, the pursuit itself uncovers history, craftsmanship, global connections, and the remarkable skill of those who designed the island's traps, chambers, and structures, leaving a story that is as rich, dangerous, and mysterious as the treasures that may still lie beneath the mud, water, and stone of Oak Island. Gary Drayton stepped onto Oak Island once again, the mist curling around his feet and the damp smell of the swamp filling the air, a place that seemed frozen in time, yet alive with secrets. Each sound amplified in the eerie silence as he moved carefully, metal detector in hand, knowing that every beep, every vibration beneath the soil could reveal something extraordinary, something hidden for centuries. And even though he walked alone, with no cameras and no witnesses, the weight of history and the anticipation of discovery pressed heavily on his shoulders. As he scanned the shoreline, his detector finally gave a strong signal, and he uncovered a 17th century coin from the reign of King Charles II, its faded engravings whispering of a time when kings and empires shaped the world. And as the team examined it, questions immediately arose. Was this coin a simple accident, dropped by a passing traveler hundreds of years ago, or was it deliberately buried as a marker of a hidden treasure, a deliberate clue in a puzzle that had eluded explorers for over 200 years? The analysis suggested the coin had been recently buried, or at least protected from the elements. indicating that someone, long after its original creation, had moved or re-hidden it, hinting at a plan that spanned generations and pointing to the possibility that Oak Island had been a carefully orchestrated hiding place from its very beginnings. As the swamp yielded more secrets, the team discovered a rusted hinge, its design clearly matching 17th-century craftsmanship, and